where great things happen and people talk about them. You're listening to J Squared Radio. This is the J Squared Gamecast, episode 10. Ooh, news. This episode was originally broadcast live on Wednesday, the 5th of November, 2014. This episode has been made possible by Twangmeister Studios, the small studio with the big sound. Hello, I am Jacob Wilding. I shall be your host for the next half an hour. And with me, I have the man who's been conscious for only 5 minutes. It's Sam Meadows.
Hello!
Yes. And so, the two of us, because, Tom's elsewhere, shall be going over this week's news, a few reviews, and our views. We'll be with you for half an hour, and hopefully we'll be able to get Tom on for the last 15 minutes, which is, well, hopefully. So without further ado...
Guess who's back? Back again.
Hey.
Sam is back. But not Tom.
Boom.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? GTA 5.
Also, I'm back from another country.
Oh, yeah, he was in another country.
I was in another country.
He was stuck in another country as well.
I got stuck in there. My plane got cancelled. I had to sleep in a car park. Anyway,
Lol.
Let's talk about some guitars.
Guitars?
Guitar. Also known as GTA
5.
5.
Yeah.
Not 4.
5.
6 doesn't exist.
Not 3.
Not 3. That was a while back.
That was
like...
And the first two, no one speaks about those anymore.
No, not really. But I guess they weren't bad. I never played them because I'm not old.
They were top-down 2D things. There was a version of the Game Boy as well. That was awful.
Yeah. Didn't they do a Chinatown thing?
Oh, that was actually quite fun. I hated the game control and the game itself, but it was fun.
Okay.
This story. Anyway,
yeah.
GTA 5
yeah.
Coming out to consoles in a couple of weeks and coming out to PC and
one day
of never. And
no, it's coming out early next year.
Early next 27 for whatever. I don't know.
They've never brought Red Dead Redemption out on PC, so my confidence is low in it.
But of course, we've just had another reveal trailer for some reason. 2 weeks away from the launch. But this is a pretty big and important reveal. See, a lot of people were expecting it just be shiny, compared to what we already had. But no, they are changing the game entirely.
Not a few additions, not entirely.
Okay, right. Not quite entirely, but okay, it's entirely if you want it to be. They are adding a first-person mode.
Woo! See, I was sceptical because there are multiple ways you can go from turning a third-person game into first-person. You can do it like the Elder Scrolls did, which worked in single-player because you were only attacking enemies that were designed to kind of be fought in first-person and third-person. And then you'd go into Elder Scrolls Online with PvP and get your face smashed in because people could hide behind you because they were in third-person and not idiots. Or go on, just go running around and then get killed by things that you didn't see because you're an idiot and you're in first-person. Or you could do it the mods go, in which way your computer runs really slow, explodes, burns your house down, then you have to live under a bridge for 5 years. But that was just me.
And of course, the mods usually achieve it by just moving the camera around, which looks awful.
It looks pretty bad. I never actually used a first-person mod when I was modding GTA 4.
Only do it if you hate yourself, but really love being nauseous.
Yeah. But what they've done here is they've completely redesigned it. They've got the little things in the planes to tell you, I should know this.
Every single vehicle has a proper working interior.
Yeah, and it's really good.
All the dials move. All the lights will light up if they need to. Even things like if your car has a fancy enough stereo, it'll actually put the name of the song.
And 150 new songs, which...
Oh, yeah, they've added 150 new songs, which is to be...
Music, I'm
just hoping they've also kept the old ones as well.
I'm with the opinion that music makes games a lot better. One of the best parts of Saints Row 4 was... Saints Row 3 was the last mission where you drove around while it played I Need a Hero, which was pure genius, and I reckon there's going to be a lot of that as I drive around. Just imagine the possibilities, going around and, beating people in the face with a bat, and then being I'm in first person as well, so you got double batted.
And of course, when you're in first person, things like driving the wrong way down a motorway or on a motorcycle
would be terrifying.
It looks so much more scary.
Would be terrifying.
If they add Oculus Rift support to the PC version,
don't do that. People will die.
That would be incredible.
People will have heart attacks and die. I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
I don't want to die.
Why not? Sounds fun. Anyway,
all the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah, all the cool kids are doing it early.
God, no.
I made a terrible joke. Anyway,
no, we're terrible people.
And also, everyone in GTA does it.
Yeah. So that's it. GTA 5 gets a first person. We also know there's lots more
completely
animals.
Retooled, everything looks better.
Animals and
more grass.
More grass.
More grass.
More grass. Dank weed, though, bro.
Smoke weed every day.
Every day. Yeah. So that's going to be really exciting and interesting, and I look forward to it. And we actually have news this time, though. What would you like us to talk about next, Jacob?
I shall choose. Dawngate has been cancelled.
Dawngate, for those of you who don't know, was EA's first attempt at a MOBA. MOBAs like League of Legends, which will ruin your life. Dota, which will also ruin your life.
I don't play any of those because A, they look too confusing to me, and if I bother to learn, I will not let myself not use those skills I've learned. Forever.
I don't want to be stuck in a game that'll just take my hours away. I don't want to spend 300 hours in a game. I'd rather spend 300 hours looking at pictures of ducks on the internet and then wondering why I don't have a girlfriend. I think that's a better use of my time.
That's pretty much my entire life, although replace ducks with buses and then you get a better
Oh, God. No. So, yeah, that was cancelled, which is quite sad. A lot of YouTube jumped. It was in open beta for about 18 months, I think.
Is it one of those open betas where you have to connect to a server for it to work as well? Or
I think so. I don't know. I never played it.
If they've rendered the existing versions of the games unplayable, then that's just awful.
No, they've gotten rid of it even though it was in a pretty good state. It's because they didn't know where it was going and it wasn't making much progress, so they just pulled the plug.
At that point, you change the project manager. You don't just say, you know what, screw this, we don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why they got rid of it. Like, it was pretty far in its point. They had, like, microtransaction stores. People were paying money into it.
Whoa.
Exactly.
It was a revenue stream, and they killed it.
Yeah. No, everyone got their money back, but I'm like, I don't understand why you would get rid of something. Like, imagine if you're making a souffle, and you get towards the end, do you think, this isn't going too well, although it's kind of alright how it is, why don't we just finish the souffle? Or do you think, nope, screw it, this souffle isn't good enough to our standard of money stealing, let's just chuck it out the window, try again. I don't care about your hours on the souffle.
And then you end up baking a cake that tastes of potato.
And is made of potato.
Sims 4. Anyway.
Potato. Speaking of Sims 4, yeah, that got pulls in an update, even though they said specifically pulls were never going to happen.
I thought that was a user-generated mod. I didn't think that was an official thing.
No, they patched it into the game with a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's like when they said SimCity can't go offline, and then they kind of took it offline. Because
so something we've learned here is that EA lies. You can't trust them at all. So therefore, technically, we can claim that their microtransactions are free. But I don't think they'd like that.
No, I don't think that's how that works. I just think...
That's how it works in my mind.
I don't want to be mean to EA, but they're making a lot of bad decisions recently. I'm sure everyone that works there is lovely and not just, like, stealing money and has, like, money eyes instead of actual pupils, just dollar bills, yo.
Well, the person in charge is a bit of an idiot, but that's a topic for another time when we have enough time.
When we have a whole 30 minutes, which we don't. We've lost like 9 of them already. Anyway, speaking of something else that I think should burn in hell for all eternity.
And has been lost, yes.
And should just die. It's games for Windows Live.
It already has, though, hasn't it? I thought they killed it off either early this year or late last year.
They said they would, and then they came out and were like, guess what, guys? We're not getting rid of games for Windows Live. Expecting everyone to be like, yay. Nobody wanted that to not happen.
See, I like the idea of Windows, of live integration on Windows, but we already have that in Windows 8. It's called Xbox Live.
Yeah, no, what's happening now is it's not shutting down. Companies are just kind of leaving it. Like, so far we've got Red Faction Guerrilla, which is a good free roaming game which you can run around and beat stuff up with a hammer if you want to. or just get a big robot and be like, screw you, constructions, and then break stuff, which is always fun. And then Dark Souls, which I still can't play. 92 minutes I've got on Steam. Guess how many of those have been spent playing Dark Souls? Guess, Jake. Guess how many of those minutes have been spent?
All of them.
0 of them. All of them have spent been trying to fight games for Windows Live and it being like, why don't you just make an account? I made an account. Well, why won't you love me? Sorry about that. Anyway, next topic. What have we got next?
Next topic. #Gamergate.
I don't know what that is.
Well, fair enough. Let's bring Tom in.
Okay.
He's available, supposedly. Let's find out.
Hello,
Hello, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing on this fine evening, Tom?
I'm fine, thank you.
You sound like you're underneath a bus. I meant to say
I'm not
bridge.
underneath a
You
bus.
haven't been run over, have you?
Wow. The incredible thing is that you can hear us, but unlike episode 9, they can hear you.
Fair enough.
We can also hear ourselves.
We
don't
can
you, by
hear
the way?
ourselves
Do you
in
have,
like
you
a
have
bit of a delay.
headphones?
I can get one, yes.
Please do.
No.
Please do. So while he gets that, Jacob, why don't you explain to us what Gamergate is?
I would if I understood what it was. Basically, some kind of... So there's... these MMO games are really, really popular.
Yeah.
There's a woman who makes games.
Yeah.
I think this is the story. I should have
Yeah.
researched this, but there's a woman who makes games who was
Yeah.
supposedly in a relationship with a journalist on one of
Yeah.
these social games.
Yeah.
And so people thought that to mean she's only doing this to get a review for a game because
Yeah.
it was kind of the kind of online relationship that kind of people claim to be a real relationship, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so basically, in something that's fueled the media's stuff about the anti-gaming stuff, the Daily Mail loved this story. They're basically saying, well, a lot of very loud gamers have been like, well, we don't like you round here. They've sent her death threats. She no longer feels safe to be in her own home. And of course, she was told the next time you're seen at a gaming convention, you'll be left with a crippling what do you call it?
I'm just going to label off
bodily
the...
malfunction. Is all I can
Why
think
don't we
of.
just sort of leave it there?
Why don't we label body parts until we get there? If we get to dirty
Bodily-
bits, this will be an explicit episode, guys.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey.
Bodily harm, that's the one. No,
Oh.
crippling injuries. Boom, got it.
Good job.
Crippling injuries.
Good job.
Such a simple word. But yeah,
That's very mean.
it is incredibly mean, and it's just a shame that because of course this isn't too long after we had the thing where gamers on Reddit united to bring fairness into a competition online, and now some people are getting more. Some horrible people are getting more coverage than the nice people. Negative news brings changes people's perception of a genre or a group more than positive news does.
Yeah, because it's more shocking, it's more
And
dramatic.
that's just sad.
It's funny.
Sad.
In the words of Will Smith in that one movie, welcome to Earth. That's how we all do it. I'm afraid. So yeah, what's our next topic? Can I press the button? Oh.
Okay, fine. Go on. Press the button. Press the button.
Wait.
Press the button. Okay, Sam has removed his headphones. He's pressed the button. Here we go. And the words say "Evolve Beta."
Hey, that's the best thing that's happened
hello.
ever
We have a
in my
doorbell.
life. So this weekend, I should say, there was an alpha test for Evolve, an open alpha.
Yo, podcast.
That was rude, Jordan.
We have Jordan. We have the banter master himself, Jordan Holloway, on the call.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes. There was an Evolve alpha over the weekend whereby you sent in a code that you got from a website, and they would send you an email afterwards saying if you were able to get into the open alpha or not. I didn't get in, which made me cry. But apparently some other people may have done, possibly at all, at some point. But watching footage of it, it looks like it's doing pretty good right now. There's a bunch of weapons that are coming in. What do you guys think of Evolve?
Not that
I've got the
interesting.
beta, actually. I physically have it.
You got in the alpha? I'm trying so hard to get in there.
I have not played it. Not played it at
You've
all.
not played it?
Because it looks
I
terrible.
spent all of Sunday trying to get into it. That's ridiculous. You don't even
I
want to play
pressed
the game.
one button and got it instantly, pretty much.
No! That's not fair.
Well, it is fair, because PCs are made with fish fingers and Rice Krispies.
They just love me. They really do.
John, why don't you go on Evolve right now and then tell us what it's like, because you're so good and get to play games that I don't get to play.
Actually, I have a slight problem with that. The Xbox Live servers are having a lot of problem right now, and I can't actually sign in and use anything.
Lol.
Oh no, we can't go on Advanced Warfare unless you have to
Well, I can, but not multiplayer.
Oh dear.
Look, Evolve Big Alpha. There we go.
Right, how about you play on that and get back to us
the
about
way-
how it is.
Just for Tom and Jordan who've missed this, just a quick recap. We've talked about first-person GTA, we've talked about Dawngate being cancelled, we've talked about Sims 4 pools, we've talked about Games Windows Live losing some things, and Gamergate and Evolve Beta. So now we're going to talk about Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive! It came out this week. Jordan, what's your opinion on Sunset Overdrive? I bet you got to play Sunset Overdrive. I bet they sent you a beta for it, didn't they?
Okay, he doesn't like it. Okay,
May I say my opinion?
Trailers,
Okay,
it's just not me.
okay, Tom's opinion.
Okay, it looks like you're playing GTA on acid.
Okay.
I would say, to expand on that point, I'd say Saints Row on acid, just with the character models and everything.
Bit more cartoony.
It looks a bit cartoony. Some of the weapons don't look like they have much oomph. Like the weapon that shoots those big CD things, whatever they're called, that doesn't look like it could really like hurt a person. Like if you shot it at sort of vinyls, if you shot a vinyl at someone, a zombie.
I can imagine that could hurt.
If Shaun of the Dead has taught me anything, that should like take a head off, but it didn't. It just kind of pinged off, and that upset me. But I thought it was very colourful and looked very fun. I'd love to try it, but PC Master Race miss out sometimes.
The PC Master Race misses out. Oh, Jordan's playing Evolve.
Oh, he's playing Evolve. God damn it.
Dear.
What's our next topic?
Our next topic.
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare.
Yes, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
It genuinely was. Guess who's back? Back again. Jordan's back.
Okay,
I can't actually play on it because I can't connect.
Oh.
John, it's because you've got like dial-up internet. You still have dial-up.
I'm playing Virgin
He
Media.
has, you know those wind-up torches, audience? He has one of those, but he winds it up and there's a pigeon that goes around the little box, and that's what, like, sends his internet. If he doesn't wind it fast enough, then you should see him now. He's pedaling for his life. There's, like, steam coming out of his ears. He's gone very red.
Yeah.
And there's a big vein going through his forehead.
I don't know what you're looking at, but okay then.
But also apparently they've added
What's the shirt,
zombies
John?
to it.
Yeah, Jordan, have you had a chance to play zombies yet?
On what?
On which? What do you think?
Advanced
Oh,
Warfare.
no, sorry, I'm terrible at keeping up. Actually, what you have to do is you have to complete every single map on the extra mode on Advanced Warfare in order to even unlock the map that then you have to complete and then get to the end of, and then have one wave of zombies, and then you get to use and play with the zombies. But that's only one wave in the entire game. You have to wait
And
for the
there's-
DLC for whole game mode.
That's
as well.
more
And there's about how many?
complicated
It's
than
every single
cracking
map,
The Sims
isn't
3.
it?
Yeah, you have to complete
Yeah.
every single map. There's like 30 maps as well.
Yeah,
It's,
and they've all got different tiers. Some tiers,
Yeah.
is it the higher the tier, the harder it starts, or something? I don't know how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Okay.
Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3.
So,
and bits and bobs.
Jordan, in your experience, is it easier to unlock zombies on there or to crack The Sims 3?
I'm not going to answer that.
We don't condone piracy, I'm just asking a question.
So, guys, I think there's an obvious solution to this. You just got to pay $5.99 to the Avalanche if you want to get it. I mean, you can get zombies. Zombies is there. You just got to pay some dosh to get it a little bit quicker, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Just a little bit.
Dollar bills, yeah.
Just pay us some money. We'll give you the game faster. But you already have the game. You have the game. You can play the game. But we're just talking about
You
getting
know
it a little
what,
bit faster.
Sam? You know what? Even though I'm just going to say this,
Oh.
no one cares.
Look.
I thought you were going to say something explicit then.
Oh.
I could have done, but then you would have had to put explicit on the vid.
Yeah.
On the
And then you would have whinged at us. Jacob bullies us outside of this podcast.
He threatens us with whips and handcuffs.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know what he does to you, Tom. He just shouts at me. Just abuse. I'm like, I can't come on the
but we
podcast
know-
this week. I'm in
we
a
know-
different country. That's not good enough.
I called in.
Yeah. We already know that the chains and whips excite Tom, so that's nothing to him.
Oh, that's a Rihanna joke.
That's a reference. I made a reference to a popular thing. Are you proud of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
Maybe
job.
you said something cool.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now on to the free games for this month, starting with Xbox Live. Okay,
Oh, I thought you were going to say your mama.
so for some reason, they seem to have changed Xbox Live games with gold for Xbox One because the last couple of months there's only been one game. This week it's Volgar the Viking.
No. What they're doing is they're showing different games. They're keeping one game from the previous month, but adding a new game.
I see. So each game lasts 2 months.
Well, some games last 2 months.
Okay.
Some. I know one that has lasted 3 months. So it's that terrible mining one. I don't know what it's called.
All right. Yeah, but apparently this has just been released, and it's what on the words. Yeah, it was originally funded on Kickstarter in 2012. So 2 years later, it's here.
Do you know? Have you guys ever seen this game? You play as Volgar,
It
and
looks like every game on the Sega Genesis.
you play as Volgar, and you die really easily. It's a bit of a rage game. If you want to watch it, you'll see the average
It's a
culprits.
16-bit hack and slash platformer.
Yeah,
thing.
you run around, you slash at the things, and then you die, and then you scream, and then you go home and beat people up that you shouldn't. We don't condemn domestic violence. Don't do that.
Much. Anyway, people on the 360 will be getting Viva Pinata Triple in Paradise,
Which I recommend getting because it's by Rare. That's the only reason.
Okay, that's available for the first half of the month, so up until the 15th, and from the 16th onwards, it's Red Faction Guerrilla, which has recently been dropped from games with Windows Live.
Yeah, convenionally, very conveniently.
It's very convenient. You're like, oh, you're leaving us. Fine, there. You're not getting any money.
Okay.
That's very nice.
What's
It's just
next?
They're greedy.
Next, we have the PlayStation Plus games with PlayStation Plus. They run it slightly differently. Rather than listing it by console, I'm going to list it by game. Here, rather than 3 games, you get 6. So, yeah. First of all, you get The Blinding of Isaac Rebirth for PS4 and PS Vita, SteamWorld Dig for PS4 and PS Vita, Frozen Synapse Prime for PS3, Luftrausers for PS3 and PS Vita, Escape Plan for PS Vita and PS4, and The Hungry Horde for PS Vita.
Wow, that was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I know what Luftrausers is, and I know something about The Blinding of Isaac, but the rest of the games...
The binding, it's not the blinding.
The binding?
The binding.
Oh!
The binding.
Everything makes sense now. I've just known it as The Blinding. I don't know why. I understand now. Everything makes so much sense. You know what doesn't make sense though? EA gives away free games, completely free. Something that Steam doesn't do, and for now on the house is Crusader No Remorse, completely free.
Actually, Steam do it. I think aren't they doing a free game now, Steam?
I don't know, but you can now get this for free until a date that they haven't told us exists. So yay! They've not told us when that deal ends.
They tell you near when it ends. They don't actually tell you when it ends at the beginning.
Midweek Madness this week on Steam. We have Banished, which Nerdcubed called Everybody Dies Slowly the game. Nerdcubed has now been bumped down to number 4 on the Steam curators by Jim Sterling, who I still don't know.
Do you know who Jim Sterling is?
No.
He's like...
No.
He's kind of like Jordan, except not as cool because Jordan's high up in our ranks and might beat me.
Fair.
You've gone up on my ranking list. Well done, Sam.
Yay!
He's now less likely to murder you.
Am I higher than Tom? Am I higher
Also-
than
I
Tom?
don't think it's murder. That's not the word. It's something else with explicit, so I can't say it.
No.
Otherwise, we'd be treated
No,
by
that's
Jacob
a
and his
different
wits
list
and
entirely.
ankles.
Let's not speak about that.
The worst thing is he has that list. Anyway, on the specials right now, for 33% off, is Gauntlet for £10 and 4 pence. You can also get Football Manager 2015 for $29.99.
2099.
Yes,
Can't me knickers, Tom.
$29.99 on PC. So you should get a PC, Tom.
I'll just use my laptop. It's fine. It knows maybe I have fish fingers
Banished,
and toes.
I forgot to say, is £7.49. Civilization Beyond Earth is $29.99, and you can get Evolve for $34.99.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What? Can we do our picks of the week now?
I don't know. Can we do picks of the week? Yes, we can. Picks of the week.
Sorry, why not?
Why don't we go from Jordan to Tom to Jacob
Go on
to
then.
me?
Go on, okay, Jordan. I can probably guess this, but what is your recommendation for the best game to buy this week?
Advanced Warfare by a long shot. The campaign isn't really worth spending 6 hours straight on, but if you have like little bursts of it, it is an amazing storyline. I won't spoil it for you. Just just take note of Atlas, but anything else, that's fine.
I just like that Kevin Spacey's face is in it.
Jordan Holloway, master of short bursts.
Okay, Tom, how about you?
It's going to have to be the same, I'm afraid, because ever since I played this thing, it's like, wow, it's actually half decent.
And of course, now that Tom's playing Call of Duty, his room has been descended into darkness. There is
I'm
no
kind of
light.
like playing it now.
There is no
If I turn
love.
my light off, mine will be dark. But
My light's on.
That's how light works.
There is no love. There is no natural lighting. There is only Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. When it comes off your telly, that'll do.
Yeah.
Sam?
My pick of the week would be Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I found that for my 3DS. That's an old classic. You run around with a sword and you do the slicings. There's puzzles, really quite difficult puzzles, but that's okay. It doesn't really give you a map or much direction. It just goes, go do things, nerd. If you come back here, then you suck, nerd.
Fair enough. My pick of the week this week is I think I'm gonna go for a different Zelda game. I think I'm gonna go for Majora's Mask. Reason being, it's just Jordan's laughing. No, it's just I can't. Jordan just died apparently. I think Jordan died. That is good.
You look like a willy. You look like a willy.
Are you alright, Jordan? Are you
Don't do
alright?
that again, Sam. I will die.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
I thought I'd just check up on you.
But yeah, Majora's Mask, it's just such a strangely dark game. It's just, I've only recently kind of got into it. I've not actually played much of it, but from what I've seen and played, I do think it's a pretty good game. And apparently there might even be a Wii U remake. If that happens, I might buy a Wii U.
James, you buy a Wii U, I'm so not doing the podcast.
Next Joe. What? Oh dear. Do we have anything else to talk about? No. Okay. Can we just have some just random banter now, please?
Can I ask you a quick question, Jacob?
Yes.
I asked you, Jacob. If I call you Jake, you'll hit me.
Yes.
Again with the whip and handcuffs.
Virtually, because across the.
Yeah. Tom, you like it?
Basically, is it a lot different because I'm not touching up Sam? In the studio?
Right now I can feel the confidence of not being molested, which is pretty nice. You know, I don't get it at home. I mean, I have cats who love me too much.
Oh, cats.
And
Like
I have a
sitting in
cat.
books.
My cat's older than me.
I mean, we can't see Jordan from the waist down, so he might be experiencing some weird technical difficulties. There might be a reason or two that he says he fell, he actually got pulled. But, you know.
Actually, I might have done. I thought I saw a hand.
Where do you got your bomb?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Have you managed to fix Evolve? Can we have a look at that, please?
No, the servers are still down.
I'm connected, John. I'm connected.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. My phone notified me. Thanks.
Oh, that must have been great. That must have been great to be able to play Evolve. I spent all of Sunday waiting for an email so I could play it.
I didn't even get an email. I just got a message from Xbox Live on Xbox saying, "Hey, have this because you're a beta person." So
is Evolve available on 360? Because if so, I might try and just jump Sam. Not jump
I don't
Sam,
think
but
so.
jump fast Sam. Okay, in that case, I can't. What a shame.
Jordan,
yeah.
I'm 66,000 in the world.
Whoa. How many people have bought the game?
For being so terrible that they can't even look at you anymore.
What number are you, Tom?
66,287th in the world.
Jesus Christ, is there only 666,000 people playing the game?
No, I'm 66,000.
66. Is there only 66,000 people playing the game?
No, actually,
Jesus
67,000 playing the game.
Anyway, that's going to have to do it for this week. We're going to have to wrap up now. Don't forget, this show has been made possible by Twangmaster Studios, the small studio with the big sound. Perfect for any project, large or small. You can find them at twangmeisterstudios.co.uk. You can find me on Twitter at that newbie noob. You can also find me on YouTube at that newbie noob. I'll be having a Minecraft series coming up soon. Jordan, can anyone find you anywhere?
Probably yes.
Okay, Tom, how about you?
Behind you.
Whoa!
In your windows, in your bed.
And Sam, where can people find you?
If you type in eels and cats, you'll find a picture of me with a cat in one hand and an eel in the other. I am the
I
record
thought you
holder.
said eel soup. So
I was going to say that, but that would be inappropriate, Tom. And
Okay,
this is,
and of
this
course...
is a child-friendly YouTube video podcast. Also, I got confused.
I bet it is.
Okay,
No, I just said it here. Thank
anyway,
you
yeah,
very
so,
much for your
yeah,
time.
but yeah, thanks for listening, and see you next week, and
Bye!
Here we go.